Today, we're going to explore a different type of example. All involve still solving. And you're going to see other examples as part of your practice work too. Remember to go onto the discussion board if you're not sure where to start. Let's take a look at this first one where we have a given length and width of a rectangle. So the given length and width are 4 meters and 5 meters. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my diagram here. I know that this is 5 meters, this is 4 meters. When each dimension, okay, so that means each dimension, the width and the length, is increased by the same amount, the area of the new rectangle is 50 meters squared. So what does it look like when I increase each dimension? Well, when I increase the length, I increase it by a certain amount. I'm going to call that amount x. And when I increase the width, we know we're increasing it by the same amount x. Then when it says the area of the new object, so our new rectangle would look like this, okay, something like that. And then the area of this new rectangle with those two dimensions increased would be 50 meters squared, okay? So this is how we set up. So step number one, my suggestion for these questions is to draw a diagram that just kind of highlights all of that information. Then I go back to the question. It says find the new dimensions. So here I'm looking for width and length of the new rectangle. Okay, so I've added the variable x to my diagram. So after drawing my diagram and kind of getting an idea of what the situation is, I'm going to go ahead and define that variable formally. So I'm going to let x represent the amount each dimension is increased by. Okay. Now I need to come up with an equation, and looking at my question, I'm going to use this information here, this 50 meters squared, to help me come up with that equation. I know that that's the area. So I'm going to set up an area equation. I know that area is equal to length times width. Now, in order to solve, I need to make sure that this equation has a left, a right, and only one variable. So I'm going to go back to my diagram for a minute. And I'm going to recognize that I can write length as x plus 5. So that 5 meters plus that additional length that we added. And this side, I'm going to have x plus 4. You could say 4 plus x, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to go back to my equation over here for area. I know that this new rectangle has an area of 50 meters squared, and I can write length as x plus 5, and I can write width as x plus 4. And now we see we have an equation with only one variable. It's also a quadratic, and we can go ahead and solve for x. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so I'm going to expand these two binomials. So I'm going to have x squared and then plus 4x plus 5x, which gives me 9x. So you can see I'm kind of skipping that step right there. That's okay. You can do that as you become more comfortable. And then to solve this equation, I know I have to set it equal to 0. So I'm going to move that 50 to the other side. And that leaves me with 0 equals x squared plus 9x minus 30. And at this point, we can look at factoring or solving with the quadratic formula. So I'm going to go ahead and use the quadratic formula. So I have x is equal to negative 9 plus or minus the square root of 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 30 all over 2 times 1. So I'll just leave that there. And I end up with x is equal to negative 9 plus or minus root 201 all over 2. And then I am going to find approximations. So I have 2.59 and I get negative 11.59. So then I need to take a look and see which answer is valid. So obviously this one here is not going to work. I'm not going to add negative 11.59 to my diagram. So we just write a little note. to the reader that we recognize that that is not going to work. I usually circle this one, and then I have to come up with my new dimensions. So my length is going to be that x plus 5, so I'm going to have 5 plus 2.59, and then my width is going to be 4 plus 2.59. So then I do my conclusion. So therefore, the new dimensions are 7.59 meters by 6.59 meters. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at another type of question. You might want to pause the video and read the question here. We have a rectangular piece of cardboard, so this is flat, and we're actually going to make it into an open box by cutting squares of equal sides from the corners and bending up the sides. So usually if I were in class, I would take a piece of paper, cut out the corners, bend it up, and show you what that looks like. But here we are at home. Basically, when we cut out the corners, right? So if I take my scissors and cut out the corners of a piece of paper and then fold along these lines, right, we're going to be able to, make a box, right? So it should be able to fold up something like this, okay? So try and picture these sides kind of coming down. Like originally it looked like this, right? With the corners cut out, and then we fold them up and it makes into a box. I don't know. I'm not that great of an artist, but that's the idea. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I can always make a video of me cutting out a piece of paper and post it on the discussion board if you need it. Okay, so we know, I'm just going to add to my diagram, we know that we started off with 50 centimeters and 40 centimeters. So I'll start off with that. We're cutting squares of equal sides from the corner. So that part's important. We have equal sides. So I know that these little squares that I cut out, they are squares, they have equal sides, they're all the same. So I'm going to let those be X. So I'm going to add that to the diagram. And then the next piece of information in our question is that the area of the base, okay, of this box, so this area right here is 875 centimeters squared. Okay, so that would be the area of the bottom of the box there. Okay, is 875 centimeters squared. So again, we're looking to come up with an equation that allows us to use the information given. So I know I'm going to use this information here to develop my equation. So if I know the area here, I'm going to come up with an equation for the area with only one variable. And then I can go ahead and answer these questions. Find the side length of the square removed and find the volume of the box. Okay, so let's start off by coming up with that equation. Again, I know area is equal to length times width. And because we want that blue area, we actually want to find an expression for the length here and the width here. Now, before I go any further, I am going to add that let statement for the x, the variable that we added to our diagram. So I'm going to let x represent the side length of the square removed. Okay. All right, so let's go back to finding an expression for this length and this width so that I can ultimately come up with an equation for area. All right, so what do I need to think about? Well, this is 50 centimeters all the way across. I know that this piece here, this side length is X, and so is this piece here. This side length is X. So when I want to find an expression for length here, I know that it's going to be that 50 centimeters minus this X and this X, so minus 2X, okay? So this length here, it's getting a bit messy on my diagram here. is going to be this 50 minus 2x. So when I come to find this width expression here, same idea. I know it's going to be 40 minus 2x, okay? Because I'm going to take the whole thing 40, and I'm going to subtract an x and subtract an x, okay? So I have my length expression, I have my width expression, and I have my area. That is a really messy diagram. I apologize. So I get 875 is equal to 50 minus 2x times 40 minus 2x. And again, those are just the expressions of the length and width of the bottom of that cardboard box. So now we're going to go ahead and expand this out. So I get 875 is equal to 2000. And then I'm going to do minus 100x and then minus 80x. So we get minus 180x plus 4x squared. And I move that 875 to the other side and subtract it and rearrange it. So I'm going to have 0 is equal to 4x squared, oops, minus 180x plus 1,125. So I have an equation. I'm ready to solve. I can choose any one of my tools to solve here. I'm going to use quadratic formula. So I get negative 180 plus or minus the square root of negative 180 squared. Make sure you put brackets around that negative 180 minus 4 times 1,125 all over 2 times 4. Okay, so I get x is equal to 180 plus or minus, and you should be practicing with your calculator on this part right here. Students seem to have issues with their calculator figuring that part out. I'm just letting you know, giving you a warning. Just double check your answers. If you're getting something different, it's the way that you're punching it into your calculator. Sometimes for students with their calculator, I tell them to add brackets right here when they're punching it in, and that might help. Okay, email me if you're stuck and you're not getting the right answers. I can help you with your calculator. Okay, underneath the square root, we get 14,400, and all of this is over 8. And then I find my two answers, 180 plus root 14,400 over 8, and then 180 minus root 14,400 all over 8. So I get x is equal to 37.5, and I get x is equal to 7.5. Okay, so let's take a look at our question here for a minute and see which one of these answers is valid. So if I make x 37.5, okay, going back to our diagram, if this is 37.5 and this is 37.5, we have a number way bigger than 40. So this number here is not valid, okay? So always go back to your work. You can try out both. Sometimes you might have two options. That's fine. Then you'll have two different answers. But quite often one of them won't work. So then I know that my only option here is x is equal to 7.5. And so I'm going to go back and take a look at that question. A, it says find the side length of the square removed. So therefore, the side length of the square removed is 7.5 centimeters. Okay, and then we're going to take a look at question B. So question B asked us to find the volume of the box. Okay, so for B, we know that volume is equal to length times width times height. Okay, and so we know that our length, all right, so going back to our diagram, maybe I'll just draw a quick one right down here. So this length here, remember, is equal to 50 minus 2x, and our width is equal to 40 minus 2x, okay? So I know that my my length is going to be 35 centimeters. Okay, with that x being 7.5. And then my width is going to be 25 centimeters. And then obviously my height, this is just x, right? So when we cut out and we fold up, that part there is just x. So we know that that is equal to 7.5. So my volume is going to be equal to 35 times 25 times that height, which is 7.5. And I end up with 6,562.5 centimeters cubed. Therefore, the volume of the box is 6,562.5 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that's it for our examples today. The key takeaways are take the information in the question, figure out a way to come up with an equation with one variable so that you can solve.